teacher-parent panel. Deborah Buchanan Walford is a teacher with the Toronto District School Board. Fernanda Yanchapaxi is a mother of two. Deborah, let's start with you. What do you make of Ontario not returning to in-class learning this year?
I can say that my initial reaction was relief as much as disappointment, because it was the right decision, but it was also bittersweet because, you know, we really did want the opportunity to go back one last time for the school year.
But it sounds like you agree with the Premier's position to not return to in-class. How come?
I do, because as was mentioned before, and as we're seeing, case numbers are going down, but the data does show that they will go up once schools reopen. And until we get to COVID zero, for sure, I agree that schools should be the first to open and the last to close. But until we get to that level of safety, then it doesn't make sense to reopen. And then we're going to go back to a fourth and fifth wave. And in addition to that, the conditions in the schools have not really changed. We still don't have proper ventilation. We still don't have stronger PPE. We still don't have the opportunity to safely social distance because class sizes have not been reduced to a number that would allow that to happen. So until the government puts those things in place, I think it's the right choice.
All right, we got to bring in Fernanda here. How does this decision impact you?
Well, so I think that as parents and caregivers, it has been evident that, and very sad to witness, that our government has just not prioritized the schools. The government has been lying this whole time. There is no evidence to support that schools were safe. They never implemented small class sizes, haven't fixed the ventilation of one school system. Dame un minuto.
Keeps kicking me out.
Dame un minuto. See, this is happening. Estoy en una entrevista. One school, and we have 50,000 tests that were promised and in a week, and it never happened. So on top of that, they had been actually advocating to make virtual learning something permanent. So keeping schools closed, we think, is a good decision because we know that cases will go up if schools opened. But this is based on voting polls and public opinion. But it's also a consequence of not prioritizing the health and safety of students in the first place. So having students safely attend schools in person has never been a priority. So what is happening is just a consequence of having ignored experts' advice for 14 months.
And are you working from home? And was that just a sample of what every day has been like for the last 14 months?
Every day for 14 months.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Deborah, back to you. What do you want things to look like then once September rolls around? What would make you feel comfortable going back into the class?
So firstly, some of the calls that we've been making since last September actually are the same. We definitely need to have proper ventilation in all schools. There are still schools that have windows that don't open. We need to have social distance actually possible, physical distancing. So if we're going to go back to 30 students in a classroom, then that's not going to cut it either. We also need to have paid sick days, permanent paid sick days for essential workers, because as we're seeing, parents, older students, if they still have to not stay home when they're sick and they get sick and they reintroduce the virus into the school environment, we're going to go right back to where we were before. And lastly, there's a big push for hybrid learning. I would like us to move away from that concept if we're going to go back in September, because it's not equitable for students to have one dedicated teacher to have students at home and students in the building. So I would like the government to commit to continue the funding that they're taking away from having virtual schools possible, so that if it's needed, students can have a dedicated teacher for virtual and a dedicated teacher for in-person.
Fernanda, last question to you today. What changes have you noticed in your children without going to school, without having that routine of going to school every day?
I think it's hard. Like, we cannot pay them full attention when they are learning. It has been hard to, after being like 4 or 5 hours in front of a screen, there is a lot of meltdowns in the evenings and at night. And it's harder for us to also trying to keep them outside all the time. But this could have been avoided. Like, The government just didn't follow advice. They haven't made schools safe in the first place. As the teacher was saying, it's really hard for parents to keep their kids home. It's really hard for teachers to see that they cannot interact with their students. There is no doubt about that. But this could have been avoided if the government had prioritized education over the economy in the first place. And that just never happened. And it's really sad to see that. It has been painful to witness that. And this government has totally failed students and educational workers.
I thank you both, and I wish you both the best of luck. Thank you for your time with us.